Hello class, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Man, first we're going to start off with Module 4, the systems perspective. It's a great perspective though. Alright, so this theory is concerned about the whole process, not the pieces to the puzzle, but all the pieces working interchangeably to create a whole. And that's how it works. And this theory was established by J.G. Miller and Ludwig von in the 1960s and the 70s. So the goal was to get a better understanding of how organizations work and how the small little pieces work together to create a whole. That's simply how it is. And it's more about understanding and trying to reach multiple ways to get to success. And it's totally deferred from the focus of the classical management era, which was concerned about everything being mechanical and relying on machines, the process of machines to create efficiency, productivity, and control. But the downfall to this was that it was only one way to reach a goal. And what's the good in only having one way to reach to success or reaching a goal? It's really not a good thing, because think about the roads we have today. When a lot of construction was done on highways and everything, it used to be all just one-way roads. But they realized times changed, more people came in, a larger population. So we need to expand lanes and make multiple lanes on our highways so we can accommodate those people that we have coming in. And that's what we did. And it's just simple as different things in life. It's different ways to learn things. And another example I can use is the creation of the internet. The internet was created as a way to be able to tap into different databases. If we only had just one way to learn maybe the information we have in our classes without doing research on internet, a lot of people wouldn't be successful with getting through school and everything, because it's only one form of obtaining knowledge, and we need multiple forms of obtaining knowledge to accomplish a goal, because people learn differently, people interpret things differently, and they need different examples from different sources. Like we got sources like YouTube, all those different sources to try to learn different things we need to. So, like I told you, the classical management era was dominated by a view of organizations as machines. And it was only one way of obtaining that goal. And that's not the way it goes. So we're going to talk about the organization systems. Moving on to how, like I told y'all, the little pieces create a whole. So it's 3 steps, 3 components to the organization systems. This is 1, inputs. 2, processes. 3, outputs. So we're going to go back. We'll go back to number 1. So inputs. Information needed to feed the organization. Number 2, which is the process, activity that get the work done. And 3, the outputs, outcomes, products, things of that nature. So let's think about it like this. I'm going to talk about a boxer. So the input would be first thing is the coach that he has, the study materials, the gear, the wraps, the boxing gloves and everything. All those accessories he has to try to get him moving forward so he can put in the work, which is step 2, the process. Going to the gym every day, trying to make something of the resources he have, the material, the sponsorships, everything he has. He's trying to make and put whatever he has into use. So going to the gym every day, putting that hard work, sweat, blood, and tears in. Like, that's all a part of the process. And the ultimate goal, which is the output, is to be a national champion, a world champion, things of that nature. And that's considered the outcomes, the products of the process. Like you wanna go get something from the work you put in. So it's a quote out there that say, you don't get what you want in life, you get what you are. And that's just simple. Like this organizational systems can teach you that. And we're going to move to the systems approach, which is a holistic approach, which is based on a system which is greater than the sum of its pieces. It's not about the pieces working interchangeably by themselves to accomplish a goal. Think about the game of tug of war. It's not about a single person in a group. Well, there are many times a strong person that helps the group work out, but it's ultimately about the team. One team, one dream. Like, y'all want to get the accomplishment of winning, and it's everybody working together as one in order to create that efficiency to be able to win, to toggle the other team against and get them to lose, to top out or fall down, I should say, because of your strength built together. One team, one dream, like I said. And also, we're going to talk about the interdependence. Organizations are in a dynamic, interconnected relationship with their environment. And that can be shown with biology. The biological concept has gained greater prominence by influencing the process of information systems. You got to think about how this world, how we are, how we work interchangeably. Like us being able to talk, us being able to move like this, it's all biology, because the organisms in our systems allow us to be able to do these things, to be able to talk. So our vocal systems, everything, like everything works for the greater good. Like we have to work together in order to make things happen. It's not every one piece working as its own to try to make everything work. It's your heart and your brain working together for you to interpret information. Your heart, so you can breathe, take in air, H2O from the air. Like it's everything. Like everything works together as one in order to create a whole. So now that you understand those concepts, we're gonna move on to module 5, which is organizational culture. Think about a culture. We're going to talk about cultural approach. Now, the human desire to see organizational life as an opportunity to do something meaningful. And you can see what a culture is by their values. You can see that. Like, it's a certain way, a certain persona they have about themselves that show their culture. And we can use the example of Zappos, Nike. Like, they got a slogan most times. LG, life's good, everything. Like, they have different slogans that represent their culture. And this is an amazing thing because it's a pattern shared of basic assumptions that puts a label on a group. And with Nike, their slogan is what is their slogan? Nike has a slogan that says, just do it. So they're based out of the sports, but they want you to get past the mental blockage of thinking you're not good enough or you not taking action, procrastination, and actually going out there to do it. And they stand by that. From their gear they have, like they have fitness gear because they want people to get out and get it done, because most of the people don't exercise because of procrastination. They say they're going to do it a certain time but don't end up doing it that time, and then they keep putting that on themselves. Like, everybody procrastinates in school. We do the same thing. But it's all about the culture. And let's think about the cultures in movies. Like Marvel, the last Marvel movie, the Avengers. Like, there's a culture around them. The supporters that watch it, they support the culture. And maybe Fast and the Furious, that's the culture as well. Like, the car lovers, the people, the different aspects of that culture, such as family in Fast and the Furious. It represents family. The group of people that race together end up becoming more as family. Like Vin Diesel tried to create everybody as a family, and that worked. And people supported that because it was car lovers, and they realized it was family oriented, and it just created a dynamic effect. And that is something that you want in the culture. And I'm going to talk about some of the elements of what a culture is. And a culture, some of the elements are, one is it has metaphors, defining unfamiliar experience in terms of the familiar ones. And we got 2, the rituals, the dramatic events that happen that made people remember the culture. And made people want to come back to that culture because of that event that they stood up to, and stories of the past that keep people attention like on them, and artifacts, physical features of the organization, the heroes, role models who embody culture and also the values of that culture, and performances, I would say, because a lot of the time performances can be be related to a culture and be a way of life for that culture to allow people to what they call it, like it's like a brand recognition for that culture. And the last one I would say is the values that the culture conveys. And for example, like I told y'all, in Fast and Furious, the values that it conveys is that it's family driven, it's about car passion and females at times. Like those are some of the values that keep people coming back to watch the movie, and that's just how it is. And these are the aspects that create a culture that other people's embody in order to be a part of a certain culture because of the uniqueness of that culture, something they relate to. They can relate to keep them going, like to give them I would say a realistic, unrealistic experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed my overview of Module 4 and 5. Y'all leave comments on how y'all think I did, and expand a little bit more what y'all think of the points I probably missed, or some points y'all can help me expand more on. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed night, and let's get it. Let's get all these A's in this class. Let's do it.